Yes, I'd like to go.
Sure.
My name is Eugene, and I'm a youth organizer with the Providence Student Union, also a past youth. And as I'm kind of just going off of what everybody else has already been saying, again, I was in that call with Kaya and a bunch of other youth from different organizations with the governor, and we definitely felt like our voices weren't heard. And that's a reoccurring thing. Every meeting we've had, not only with the governor, but with different people, PPSD, RIDE, whoever it may be, city officials, anything like that, the commissioner, past Governor Gina, prior Superintendent Peters. A lot of us continuously have not had our voices heard, and that is a very big frustration. And earlier you were saying PCTA. I am a student at PCTA. I'm a sophomore there, and we do have SROs. And our students and staff both collectively all feel that there's no need for SROs in our schools. And that's something that goes across the whole Providence Public School District. There are so many students that don't feel safe with SROs or armed forces in our schools. Excuse me, my allergies. But these are some things that are reoccurring, and it's not just within organizations that us as organized youth have been trying to get, but also are the parents, the community members, how Pilar was saying earlier, community members, parents, families are really in this to try and collectively get SROs out of our schools. And at the end, they're removing their own children from these schools because they don't feel like it's safe for them anymore. They don't feel like it's okay to have their students or their family members or their son, their daughter, whoever it may be sent into Providence Public Schools, especially schools that are enforced with SROs. And this is a big issue that is reoccurring. And parents, I've been in those three forums, like Jen was saying earlier, and it's sad that they had to go back and ask the SROs themselves, the student resource officers themselves, to kind of hold up their title, I guess. And that's something that a lot of students in my school, especially at PCTA, we don't want SROs. And that's something that's been made very clear to our staff, to our guidance counselors. And on the other hand, having more mental health counselors, having more mental health resources, something especially with this year with the pandemic, so many seniors and juniors who are now graduating seniors have been struggling so much, and it's literally on the backs of like 3 to 4 guidance counselors in a school with 500 plus students from all grades. And that's something that they have to continuously deal with back and forth. And I feel like if we are having this money spent into this budget for student resource officers, instead of having that there, but reallocating that money into mental health resources and bringing those into Providence Public Schools, because this PPSD is mainly Black and Brown community. These are minority folks in these communities that these schools are in. So just taking accountability and taking time to actually understand the community that the school is in, the students themselves and their families' perspective, to create, I guess, a better change and a better perspective and viewing of PPSD and the future of Providence Public Schools. Because if this continues, there is definitely going to be a downfall on it, and everybody's going to look back and say, well, we should have listened to youth voices. We should have listened to parents. We should have listened to teachers when we had the chance. So yeah, thank you for your time.